Your name is Li Ergu, the most inconspicuous little cook in Luoyang City. Chopping meat in the kitchen all day, my arms are almost exhausted. Serving plates and washing dishes is so hard you don't even touch the ground and the wages are pitifully low. I want to buy skewers of candied hawthorn for the neighboring tofu beauty Li Susu. It takes half a month to save up and Li Susu is very lively. An oval face paired with a cinnabar rock face. One smile reveals two but he always calls you, waiting until you save enough silver before I can remarry you. When you hear this, your heart turns. Following the speed at which you make money in this life, I'm afraid I'll be single. Luoyang in winter is freezing cold, so cold it could freeze your ears, and the leftover lamb scraps in the kitchen, pig offal, some sticky greens which were a pity to throw away, left behind, but ignored. You can't help but curse, damn it. These things are really a burden. It's freezing so cold that I can't stand it. You casually toss these scraps into a large copper pot, add the broth, grab a handful of Sichuan peppercorns and chili peppers, and add a few spices. Heating up the fire, unexpectedly, half an hour later, the spicy, numbing and fragrant aroma bursts forth, piercing straight into the nostrils. You swallow your saliva, pick up a piece of meat, and the taste is both numb and spicy. Warmth flows down your throat, lies down into your stomach, and instantly dissipates the chill all over. You slap your thigh and exclaim, "It's so ticklish and stiff, this smell is amazing." By chance, I found the treasure. After work, you squat by the stove and ponder. This copper pot cooking is so satisfying that if you use it for business, you will surely make a fortune. You carefully adjust the soup base. The spicy soup uses Sichuan peppercorns and chili peppers. Add star anise and cinnamon for extra aroma, spicy and satisfying. The clear broth is slow cooked overnight with old hen and pork bones. The soup is as white as milk, so fresh it lifts your eyebrows, and the ingredients are especially carefully selected. For lamb, choose thick leg meat and cut it thinly as paper. The tripe should be fresh and tender. The vegetables must be fresh and fresh, paired with homemade sesame paste, mashed garlic, chili oil, and dipping sauce. You steeled yourself and took out 3 taels of silver you had saved for 3 years. He borrowed 10 taels from poor brothers, gathering 13 taels, and bought a large copper pot. Set up a few old tables and chairs and set up a hot pot stall in Baihe Lane, East Street of Luoyang. He shouted at the top of his lungs, saying hot pot was hot pot with both meat and vegetables. On opening day, the spicy aroma wafted out 3 streets. The first customer was a peddler who was freezing and hunching his neck and stomping his feet. One bite of meat, my eyes instantly lit up, and I kept exclaiming how thrilled it was. He immediately ordered 2 more plates of lamb, and eventually more and more customers gathered. Grandma, you bet right this time. Since then, your hot pot has become a popular spot in Luoyang. Before dawn, people line up, and they never close before midnight. Copper pots were still in short supply from 1 to 10. In less than a month, you earned over 300 taels of silver and bought a street shop. He hired 5 assistants, and business was booming, attracting high-ranking officials and nobles from all over the place. Deliciousness. Later, you learn that this person is actually the current prime minister. The palace nobles also heard about this and sent eunuchs early in the morning to their doors. Let you make the best hot pot to send to the palace for the empress to taste. You feel both excited and anxious, personally watching the soup base and selecting ingredients, carefully delivering them into the palace. For the next 3 days, you will be on edge all day long, afraid it might not suit her taste. On the 4th day, the eunuch came smiling and delivered the decree, saying that the emperor and empress had eaten. Not out of fear, but with trembling excitement. Once looked down upon by others, the poor cook surprisingly gained royal favor with a copper pot. This honor is something you wouldn't even dare to dream of. Branches have opened in the most bustling areas of the city. Li's hot pot signature is famous everywhere, becoming a golden brand known by everyone in Luoyang. Whether high-ranking officials or commoners, everyone comes here to have a meal in winter, around the copper pot, steaming hot to dispel the chill. Merchants from out of town rush to roast oranges. Even envoys from the fan gang would come to Luoyang specifically to have a hot pot cooked at the shop. If you haven't tried Li Ji hot pot, even if your trip to Luoyang was for nothing, Li Ergu, who once couldn't even afford a string of candied hawthorns, has now transformed. He became a renowned hot pot shop owner in Luoyang, wealthy and respected, standing in their grand restaurant, looking at the full of guests and smelling the familiar spicy aroma. Your heart is full of emotion. Once living in poverty, living day by day with no guarantee from day to day. Now, relying on this chance creation of hot pot, they have enjoyed a life of luxury. On a day of immortal life full of endless scenery, you gaze out at the bustling city of Luoyang. I couldn't help but laugh heartily. This life was worth it. Who would have thought of a pile of kitchen scraps, stir-fried dumplings that nobody wants? An ordinary large copper pot can completely rewrite the life of a poor boy. Live with such a proud attitude.